If you're serious about opening up your hips, then you are in the right place. Hello there, my name's John, and my mission is to help as many people as possible get strong and flexible for life. I'm 35 years old, and I achieved the full pancake pose, all while stretching for less than 20 minutes a week. Today I'm going to walk you through the two things I focus on during my actual stretching sessions. The beauty is that we can work on both of these in the actual pancake stretch itself. So we don't need a complicated series of multiple different exercises in order to work on these different attributes. We can work on them both just by shifting our intention in the core stretch itself. So without further ado, focus number one is the leg movement. In the anatomy world, they'd call this leg abduction or abduction, but it simply just means that we're going to try to move our legs further apart from each other using the strength of this juicy piece. In the context of the pancake stretch, I like to think of it as making space for my pelvis. Ultimately, with a pancake pose, we're trying to get our upper body to come down towards the ground. But in order to do that effectively, it helps to make as much space as possible between the legs and in the hip sockets for the pelvis to turn. Not only am I thinking about spreading my legs apart, but I'm also thinking about trying to make my legs longer, as if they were to be pulled by the femurs out of the hip sockets. The more space we can create here, the less work we have to do to bring our torso down. A really good way to focus on this is to do contract, relax triads. So what we want to do is about 5 seconds of flexing the glutes to bring the legs apart with our muscles, then relax for about 5 seconds, and then bring them together with the force of our adductors. In this way, we'll build strength around the position and eventually more flexibility. Focus number two with the pancake pose is the hip hinge. Now that we've created space for our pelvis to move, we want to actually move our pelvis and our torso towards the floor. I like to think about making my torso very rigid and then pulling on something like my feet or an object in front of me in order to apply torque at the hips and hinge forward. This part of the stretch will often feel in the adductors, in the hamstrings, in the glutes, and in the low back. Again, we can use those contract, relax triads or just bouncing lightly near the end range of motion. I like to use the analogy of packing a suitcase. In order to arrive on holiday with as much gear and clothing as you can, you want to both get better at packing to efficiently use up the space you have, but also bring the largest suitcase you can so that you can fit more in it. In the same way with the pancake pose, we want to develop our leg posture to make as much space as possible to later cram our torso and pelvis forward towards the ground. By developing both simultaneously, you'll be able to maximize your progress. At the beginning of your pancake journey, you can organize your sessions by focusing on just one of these focuses in each session and alternating them. But as you get more experience, you can combine them for maximum stretching power. All of these lessons and more will soon be available in the Finding Flexibility program. So for those of you who have already purchased the course, those modules will be available completely free very soon. So stay tuned for that. The rest of you can get started by watching all of the videos in this Finding Flexibility playlist, which is an absolute goldmine of how to execute and implement high-intensity stretching. While you're at it, don't hesitate to drop a question or future video topic in the comments. I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.